mixing things up. Hockey line substitutions. Both teams making changes. And we're underway here in the extra period.
That's me. I got ball.
Dragic. Oh, nice find for the basket.
In the paint, you need to finish just like that.
Celtics have it. Walker. Tough-looking shot there. Still gets it to go down.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
Out of bounds, last touch by the Heat. Brown with it up top. Looking to make something happen. Knocked loose. Butler to Dragic. Somehow finds a way to get it to go. Can't fault the D.
There's a natural tendency when you guard a right dominant hand player to send him left. But for a guy who's a good mid-range shooter, that's wrong. His pace dribble is his left hand. Force him to go right and know that the chances are higher of him trying to drive and attack the rim. That's knowing the scouting report.
To Marcus Smart. Tatum. Jay, I don't know if you call that the shooter's touch, but they will take it.
Well, essentially, the touch did help the ball go in, Ed. I don't know. I might have to agree to disagree on that one.
Miami with the basketball. Butler. Count the basket. 2 more points in the paint.
So many times you can tell if a player is going to finish before he even gets to the rim. Did you see that look on his face? That was the look of a three-point play. You always going in think you can get more at the rim.
Walker with the basketball. They trail by 1. Tatum. Shakes free and hits.
Well, the defense has been good, but the shot-making ability has been better. And sometimes for NBA players at this level, the more you're in their face, the more it helps them center their focus on the target, which is making a shot. I know it sounds weird, but trust me, it's a real thing.
Knocked loose. Defense making the ball handler work. Deep right corner. Curling inside. Jaylen Brown rejects it.
Just erasing mistakes left and right.
And a pass stolen by Boston.
You go back to the principles, things that we started working on when we were in 1st and 2nd grade. It's called the shell drill. You stay down in the stance defensively, you try to deny the next pass away, and you have to communicate. If you're
Jason Tatum trying to cash in on the three-point play. Shooting 75% so far tonight. Tatum's good on the free throw. It's a three-point play as Boston adds to the lead. Iguodala to bring it up. 5-point game. To Butler. Whoa! What a finish!
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
Not that time. To Dragic. Screen coming. Kemba Walker against the cagey veteran Iguodala. Count the basket inside.
Ed, sometimes less is more. Keeping it simple is the best way.
It's the Heat with the possession. Butler. Screen coming. To Butler. From long range, they dare Jimmy Butler to take it, and he makes them pay.
Great shot by the offense, but the defense, you can't afford to collapse off that penetration. I'd rather a team take a tough 2 than a wide open 3.
Into the front court, it's Walker. Lead is 2. Bam Adebayo pins it.
That kid can block out the sun, Ed.
Butler into the front court. He'll run the offense. Cruises inside for 2.
There are certain guys in this league that should be put on alert status 24/7 because either they're posterizing you or that attempt can still be a poster.
Oh, the touch at the rim. Count it.
You normally don't see that, but that's the type of thing that keeps shooters in the league for a long time. Every once in a while, they venture into the paint.
To Dragic. The screen sets him up for 2.
The defense should have picked up on that action. That's going to cost them.
Celtics have it. Here comes the screen. To Kemba Walker. Tatum. He's not shy about shooting it from out there, but he misses this time. To Jaylen Brown. Tatum. That misses with 3 seconds left. The quarters come to an end. This game is all tied up. Overtime begins, and away we go. To Butler. Goes to the left side. Dragic. Walker to Jaylen Brown. Knocks it down from mid-range. Miami's got it. Dragic. To Butler. Had a chance, but it's no good. Brown into the front court. Leads a bucket. Fires the three. Tough shot there for Jaylen Brown. No good.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
Oh, the whistle. Jay, take your hands off of me.
His timing was a tad bit off.
Butler. Tough make through traffic.
Man, that may not have been a gimme, but that layup at the rim definitely chips away at the pride of the defense.
Kemba Walker, tough matchup against Butler. Great defense there, forcing the pickup. Here comes the screen. Walker to Jaylen Brown. Tatum. Tough shot. Well defended.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
Leaves his man in the dust and finishes at the rim.
Ooh, I'm telling you from experience, his teammates will never let that one down.
To Butler. Dragic. Shot from the lane won't go. To Marcus Smart. To Walker. Fires the three. Can't defend it any better. Kemba Walker misses. From the painted area, won't go down. Tatum. That no good, off the mark. Lets it fly from long range. Can't connect, it's no good. Dragic. They'll go to Butler, down low, and finishes strong.
That's the intensity you need to see. Whenever a player running back on defense after a dunk like that holds the inside of his forearm, it lets you know how hard he dunked that basketball.
Pass stolen by Miami. It's rebounded by the Celtics. To Kemba Walker. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
Big shot. That's a big shot.
Attack mode isn't a switch that you can just turn on and off. He needs to do more of that. We need to see him penetrate, get into that lane, and create.
To Dragic. He had all day and all night to knock that one down. Need to hear more chatter on the defensive end. We talk so much about who are the MVP candidates, but there are other guys who are so valuable to their teams, and Jimmy Butler at the forefront of that list.
I have a phrase that I use when I describe players like Jimmy Butler. It's called most valuable mentality. There are certain players that approach the game with a certain mindset every single day that they will do anything possible to win the ball game. He plays with his heart and soul every single possession and every night, and he will leave it on the court if that means he can win the ball game.
Count it at the line. Time to shuffle things up. Butler. Has a look. Crowder shot off the mark.
If I'm the player that just missed that shot, just because you're open doesn't mean you need to shoot. You can put the ball down on the ground and drive to the rim.
Knocked loose. Celtics come away with it. Whoa, Jaylen Brown above the rim.
Oh, man, did you see that swiftness? He dunked that thing like a tennis ball.
It looked like that in his hand. Count the basket. A lot of contact. No foul.
That's a strong finish. Regardless of contact, finishing strong is key.
Walker to Marcus Smart. Tatum. He engulfed him that time.
Shooters shoot, period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
To Butler. Off the assist.
In the paint, you need to finish just like that.
Timeout Boston. They'll need a quick shot and then likely a quick foul in what is now a two-possession game. Looks like some substitutions are coming on in. To Walker. To Hayward. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Now that's a contest.
And big-time coaching strategy by the staff right there, utilizing their bench, keeping fresh legs on that shooter consistently throughout the course of the game.
And an intentional foul here in the closing moments, but it shouldn't make too much of a difference in what is now a two-score game. First one goes down.
Good shot, buddy. Good shot, buddy.
And gets both to drop at the line. That misses with a second to go. The Heat with the victory as they win this one in double overtime. For Jay Williams and all our crew, I'm Ed Cohen saying so long for now. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports.
Here we go with the EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Heat won this game after a close finish. I could get into detail about their play calling and shot selection, but let's be honest. We all know that the dunks were the most exciting. I'd be surprised if the rim isn't a little bit bent at this point. The Celtics are probably frustrated with themselves after such a narrow loss. And while they didn't win the game, they could have won a dunk contest. They put down plenty of slams in this matchup. Check out the leading scores for the Boston Celtics.
Game track. Assists.
The teams in this matchup did a great job of moving the ball and keeping the game flowing. It was the sort of action fans love to see, and I definitely enjoyed it myself. The unselfish play made for a great game.
Player of the game.
Butler read the defense perfectly, and his teammates reaped the benefits with easy baskets.
Who was cold?
Every player that makes it to the NBA is a great athlete, but even the best players have their off nights. Today was just one of those days for this guy. Time now for the top plays of the game.
Number 2. Number 1.
And that does it for our post-game wrap-up. On behalf of ESPN on EA Sports, I'm Jalen Rose. Thanks for joining us.